Oh, pretty Rudy, Bumby, Bumby, wayo. Pretty Rudy, Bumby, Bumby, wayo. Pretty Rudy climbed down from the palm tree with a coconut in his hand. Pretty Rudy, take a coconut and he make a funky drink on demand. Pretty Rudy, Bumby, Bumby, wayo. Pretty Rudy, a Bumby, Bumby, wayo. Hey, good evening. Welcome to tonight's tropical themed show. We got the palm trees in the background. It's perfect. Perfect night to talk about bananas. Have I gone bananas? I think I have. Yeah, we're actually talking about bananas tonight. And you know, it's interesting. I was just talking about this earlier today, and then I passed this article. I was like, whoa, we got to talk about bananas. Now, the issue at hand is an issue that's actually been going on for a long time. In fact, the article we're going to look at is actually 4 years old, but this is an ongoing issue of crisis for all of banana kind. Okay. Well, maybe not all of banana kind, but one particular variety of banana, one that we all know deeply and intimately, the Cavendish banana. Why is it called the Cavendish banana? Well, we are going to find out, and we are going to find out right now. So we're just going to launch right into it. We're going to talk about bananas. Are bananas doomed? Are they, when I say doomed, are bananas going to go extinct? It's already sort of happened once before, and it could happen again if we're not careful. It's basically, I basically come to you as a kind of like Lorax sort of diplomat on behalf of all bananas to tell you, the internet, about the fact that we need to be careful about bananas. Okay, let's go bananas for bananas. So this is from one of my favorite blogs, websites, whatever you want to call it, Big Think. They're great. Sometimes they appropriate other articles and kind of like, you know, just repost them and whatnot. This is by Robbie Berman, and it's from July 29th, 2020. Say goodbye to the beloved banana. Those bananas you love are Cavendish bananas, and they are probably about to go extinct. Biz says she didn't know that bananas were endangered. Well, Biz, I'm here to tell you that they are, so you better eat them as much as you can. If you're a fan of bananas like me, I try to eat a banana every day if I can. You know, bananas are really high in potassium. They're slightly radioactive, and if you have too much sodium, you can counteract the effects of sodium with potassium. Did you know that? All of that happens because of the banana. Banana, it's one of those fruits. It's kind of like a fruit grenade. You know, you crack it open, you open it up, and there's a fruitful explosion in your mouth. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. It's great. It's good times. Good times had by all. We're going to skip the key takeaways here and just dive right into it, shall we? That's what every podcast says, right? Let's just dive right into it, shall we? Well, that's exactly what we are going to do. Hold on, I'm just checking something. This should be going. Yes, it is. Okay, great. Good. Just wanted to make sure. Okay. So they're certainly among the most convenient fruits. Bananas are compact, tidy bundles of potassium and deliciousness. I can't disagree with Robbie there. I agree wholeheartedly. 99% of bananas sold in the world are seedless Cavendish bananas. Now, the key takeaway here, okay? Because if something is seedless, how on earth does it reproduce? How do you make more of something that's seedless? That's a question I want you to keep in your head as we continue to read. Super important. So if 99% of the bananas sold in the world are seedless Cavendish bananas, although in the wild, so this is important too, in the wild, there are over 1,000 strains of bananas, many of which are unsuitable for eating. Unfortunately, Cavendish bananas are about to go extinct. The Inertia channel says, I can't imagine a world without bananas. I try to eat one a day. Excellent source of potassium. I literally just said that right before you came on the stream. I literally said that very thing. See, it's a very common, sensible thing to do to eat bananas like that. Okay. That's the reality. Biz says, shouldn't we be eating less of them until the numbers go up? That's not that the numbers aren't the problem, Biz. It's genetic variation, which we're going to get into in a second. Remember what I said? How do you eat something? How does something that's seedless? How do you make something more of something that's seedless? Something that's seedless can't naturally reproduce. That's part of the problem. We're going to get to that in 1 second. So when they say many of these 1,000 strains are unsuitable for eating, think about the plantain, which is much starchier than your typical banana. And mind you, I love me a good plantain, especially when it's very ripe and it's fried in that kind of Caribbean, Central American kind of style. It's delicious, man. But have you ever tried just eating a plantain for the sake of a plantain? It's almost like it almost has like a potato-ish quality. It's not that great. And it's not, especially not what you're expecting when you're eating a banana, right? So I imagine that when they say that many of these bananas are unsuitable for eating, that they're more along the lines of like what a plantain is. Plantain isn't exactly a banana, but it's close to it, something like that. So this guy right here, this guy is important. Look at his face. Remember that face, okay? Remember that face. Cavendish bananas are pretty much genetically identical. What does that mean? They're sterile clones. That's right. Every banana that you are eating is a clone from the fruit of a single English tree grown in 1834 by William Cavendish. So that's where the name comes from. There was a guy named William Cavendish. He was the 6th Duke of Devonshire, and he grew a banana tree in his greenhouse. And because of that reason, because we're eating the clone of a clone of a clone of a clone of a clone, because we're eating cloned fruits, they are vulnerable to disease, the same kind of disease. What's killing them now currently is a soil-borne fungus. I can't pronounce that. Fusarium oxysporum, aka known as Fusarium wilt, tropical race 4 or TR4. It kills bananas by infecting its root and vascular system, rendering it unable to take in crucial minerals and water. But yeah, the basic takeaway here is, that's right, Biz. The basic takeaway here is that your entire life that you've been eating Cavendish bananas, you've been eating clones of the same damn banana this whole time. Imagine for a moment if we were all eating a clone of the exact same. Actually, that might happen in the future with cloned meat, which I'm all for, by the way, because, as long as it's sustainable and nothing had to die so that I can have a hamburger, I'm kind of okay. And it's like real. It's not like that fake processed impossible meat. I'm okay with that. I think I'm okay with that, assuming that there are no devastating side effects, although there probably are. But hey, listen, it's sticky. And you know what else is sticky? Riot stickers. Boom, the sponsor of this channel, Riot stickers. If you need stickers, if you want stickers in the shape of a banana, you can get 200 die cut stickers for $69 when you go to riotstickers.com. It's riotstickers.com/Frumess. That's FRUMESS. Link is down in the description. Get 200 stickers for $69 at riotstickers.com/Frumess. Die cut stickers are stickers that are made with a computer guided scalpel, so they retain any kind of shape that you want. Really, really special, really, really cool, really, really customizable. Let's play the 60-second Riot Sticker theme song, and we will be right back to talk more about bananas and their certain doom.
We make stickers, banners, and buttons too, posters and promo cards. There's nothing we can't print for you. From stage backdrops to bass drum heads, we can print on shirts, we can print on hats, we can print on pants. Cheap prices and high quality, quick turnaround times and free shipping. We also offer free artwork support, great customer service, and so much more. Riotstickers.com, Riot Stickers, we are the bomb. Riotstickers.com, Riot Stickers, we are the bomb. Riotstickers.com, Riot Stickers, we are the bomb. Riotstickers.com, Riot Stickers, we are the bomb.
And that right there is a promise. Okay, so here's the real question. I don't know what about you, but here's the real question that I have. When did TR4, this crazy fungal rot situation, when did it first begin ruining Cavendish bananas in Malaysia and Indonesia? Well, if you guessed 1990, you would have guessed correct. And it has since made its way through Southeast Asia to the Middle East and Africa. So it is spread across the globe. Last year, it reached Latin America. That's really 2019 because this was from 2020. So in 2019, it reached Latin America, which is where we source it's the world's main source for all of bananadom. Growers are doing what they can to beat back T4's advance, including taking acre to use only untainted planting materials so as to avoid spreading T4 via soil contamination. And Australia has shown some success in slowing down the assault. However, these are stopgap efforts that are ultimately unlikely to save the Cavendish, which is really sad. So it's, listen, it's 4 years since this article has come to pass. We still have Cavendish bananas. They have not gone away. Part of the thing about media, even cool blogs like this, is it's all doom and gloom to get clicks, right? So it's like, is it a problem? Of course it's a problem. It's probably a problem we're inching closer and closer to the problem. But, it's something that's like, how can I get you to read this immediately? I'm going to tell you that it's the end of the banana as we know it. So has it come to pass just yet? No, it hasn't. Is it going to? I mean, sure, probably. We've seen a lot of friggin' species go extinct. Now, whose fault is it that the Cavendish banana is going to go extinct? I mean, here's the thing. The Cavendish banana is not really like a species per se. It's kind of like it's a strain of banana that we have been artificially cloning or whatever. We've been cloning this thing for decades, right? Because it died out. I mean, the reason why, well, they're going to talk about this in a second, but the reason why we're doing this is because this has happened once before with a different strain of banana. So here is what they say about it. This is not the banana industry's first encounter with this fungus. Up until the 1960s, the world's most popular edible banana was the Gross Michael or Big Mike variety. To meet worldwide demand, growers got into Gross Michel monoculture business. Growers got into the Big Mike monoculture business big time, with thousands of tropical forest hectares converted into massive plantations growing these bananas. Now, Biz is right. Maybe we shouldn't create seedless produce anymore. It's not that. If you're going to do it, you need to have some sort of genetic variety in there, because ultimately the problem is that there's no genetic variety, and that makes things susceptible to disease. That's why inbreeding amongst humans or animals or anything is so unhealthy, because when you don't have genetic variation, it's easier to contract certain diseases or be susceptible to diseases that make your body, organically break down in some way, shape, or form. When they use the word monoculture here, they're talking about the fact that it's one type of banana. Mono means one, right? So it's like if you have one product and you make it a big time business, you're putting all your eggs in one basket. So when the bananas hit the fan, we're all in trouble. What's going on, Aaron? How are you tonight? Hey-o. What spelled doom for the Big Mike banana was, yes, TR4, the disease known as Fusarium wilt. It's also known as Panama wilt. It was the T1 version of today's T4, and it largely wiped out the Big Mike banana, nearly taking the entire banana industry down with it. You can still find this type of banana, but it's not easy. That I did not know. So I guess the variety, it's not entirely extinct. Wow, this is amazing. Hold on, quick side quest here. A quest for the Gross Michel, the great banana of yesteryear. The forgotten flavorsome Big Mike is elusive, but not impossible to find. So I guess they still do exist, but they're just not available in abundance like they used to be. I'm not going to read this whole thing. Oh, this goes into, oh man. Damn. Oh, we kind of have to talk about this real quick. Oh, this sucks. I was hoping to get in and out tonight. All right, very quickly. Just so this is from Gastro Obscura, from Atlas Obscura. I freaking love this periodical. This is from February 28th, 2018 by Natasha Frost. Just below the end of Wall Street at the tip of lower Manhattan, where the island meets the furthest estuaries of the gray Atlantic, there are no bananas. I'm around 100 years too late. In the early 20th century, so many boats bearing bushels of bananas arrived at this spot that the old slip piers became known as the banana docks. In the shops nearby, admittedly, there are a few lurid yellow Cavendishes occasionally making an appearance behind glass sheet windows of Starbucks or for a buck a piece on the street corner from a local vendor. Unfortunately, the Cavendish will not do. I am here for the Big Mike, the OG banana that was standard across the United States from 1870, where it sold for $2 a bunch in Jersey City, until the late 1950s, when the ruinous fungus, Panama disease, all but wiped it out. I am on a quest across New York City for the Big Mike, the banana that launched 1,000 pratfalls. Online, people speak of it in revered digital tones. I am absolutely dying to try one. One banana forum user writes, promising to pay an arm and a leg for them. Now, here's a little secret, and this is something you may not realize. If you've ever had artificially flavored banana candy, the yellow runts, the banana runts, like that sort of situation, the now and laters, banana now and laters, that is the Big Mike flavor. That is the artificial flavoring of what a Big Mike banana tastes like. That's why artificial banana tastes differently than what a Cavendish banana tastes like. You didn't realize that. So if you want to taste it, you can still taste it. But if you want to eat the fruit itself, you're going to have to pay an arm and a leg for them, as one banana forum user writes. Another claims they are so delicious that regular Cavendish bananas are disgusting by comparison. Today, the banana is virtually gone from the consumer market in the United States. Finding it will be at best a challenge and perhaps impossible. I don't understand how it's even possible to find one if they're all gone, right? That's weird. It wasn't always the case, though. The Big Mike was once everywhere. When America fell in love with the banana, this is the fruit that captured its heart. Wow, whoever wrote this is far, I'm sorry, Robbie, Natasha's a far better writer than you. Ooh, this is good. The alchemist who first produced the banana split used a Big Mike. The chemist who produced artificial banana flavoring allegedly had it in mind as well, because they say allegedly, but I've heard elsewhere, come hither, that that is the flavoring, right? When Eddie Cantor sings Yes, We Have No Bananas, it is Big Mike's he's singing about. In New York, for extra money, you can get nearly anything. Dice made out of camel bones, a purple latex executioner's hood, half a cow sliced lengthways. But can you get a Big Mike? My first port of call is the internet. I'm by no means the first person to search for this. Strangers online have a few ideas about where I should be looking. A Reddit user thinks she's seen them for sale in Chinatown. It seems sensible enough. If you can get a pomelo and a dragon fruit, lychees and longans, perhaps you can get a rare banana as well. When Panama disease crept across the world in the first half of the 20th century, only a few places in a few countries were spared the blight that blackened bananas from the inside out. The few countries that still produce the Big Mike today mostly do so under another name. It's called the I can't say that word, in Myanmar. It's called a Johnson banana in Cuba, Pisang Ambon in Malaysia. In Hawaii, it's commonly grown as Bluefields. So if you go to Hawaii, I guess you can get one of the Big Mikes. The world's largest banana firms don't sell it. Chiquita, Dole, and Del Monte have had their hands full with Cavendishes. So any fruit with a recognizable blue and yellow sticker is automatically out. This is helpful, as from pictures and YouTube video taste tests, the Big Mike looks nearly indistinguishable from the Cavendish. I've never had one. So this is what it looks like. This is the Panama disease that totally decimates bananas. That's from 1918. It's possible that some Big Mikes under another name have slipped into a shipment of fruit from Thailand or Indonesia. Therefore, that's what I'm banking on. Down on Forsyth Street, in the shadow of the Manhattan Bridge, Chinese-speaking vendors sell frilly green cabbage for $1 a pound. It is just days after Chinese New Year, and supplies of fruit and vegetables seem lower than usual, though pouting red strawberries are selling like hotcakes. Barely a banana to speak of, just a fan of green phalanges, unceremoniously dumped in a cardboard box. I look closer at the stickers. They're Del Monte. Back to the drawing board. Back in Brooklyn, specialist fruit stores, markets, and street vendors are selling glossy Cavendishes, custard and green, as flawless as an emoji. A fruit seller, speaking to the New York Times, described the less than ripe version as the millennial banana. Older generations apparently prefer them golden yellow. Myself, I like them golden yellow and flecked with brown. That's the best type of banana to eat. I used to not be a big banana connoisseur, and then all of a sudden one day, man, I just love bananas, man. I'd take them down hand over fist. I try to eat just one a day if I can. The Cavendish, in fact, is just about the only banana commercially sold in the city and the country, with the average American eating over 100 a year. As the Big Mike went down, banana producers scrambled for a variety that they could replace it with. One that, like the Big Mike, shipped easily, grew readily, and could handle the odd bump and bruise in the packing process. So it's like there's a lot of criteria that need to be met in order to replace the Big Mike, right? In 1961, producers plumped for the Cavendish, descended from a plant grown in a hothouse belonging to the Duke of Devonshire. We just read that. From 180 years ago, it takes its name from the aristocratic family name. It was a compromise, says Dan Kopel, author of Banana, The Fate of the Fruit That Changed the World. The Cavendish is not as hardy as the Big Mike, leading to changes in how bananas were boxed and bagged. It's also not quite as delicious. Chiquita and Dole definitely worry that consumers would reject the Cavendish because it didn't taste as good. Look at that. That's Velvet Underground. Interesting. So that's actually a portrait of a Big Mike on the Velvet Underground self-titled cover. The Andy Warhol peeled the banana, right? 8 years after Cavendishes started being grown commercially, they became the standard in American stores. But this revolution in the banana industry seems to have made little impact on consumers. Today, a slight change of recipe for commercial foodstuff products petitions public outcry and much media coverage. But there was barely a peep from the banana munchers, whose Big Mikes were entirely replaced by Cavendishes in the early 1960s. To Kopel's mind and palate, it's simply because they don't taste that different. He likens them to vanilla ice cream. The Cavendish might be a 5-gallon tub from the back of the supermarket freezer, but the Big Mike is only one step up from that. Neither one, he says, is exactly Haagen-Dazs. The Big Mike is a better tasting banana. I don't think there's any question about that, but it's not a million miles ahead of the Cavendish. So people didn't really care or notice because it wasn't that big of an improvement, or that much less of an improvement. There are many, many varieties that are astonishingly good where you wouldn't notice a difference immediately. None of these more delicious bananas fit the bill from a shipping perspective. However, and we are so struck with the McDonald's hamburger of the banana world. Wow, what a way to say it, right? It's the McDonald's hamburger of the banana world. A Chinese friend, hearing of my search for the banana in Chinatown, suggests that I look in New York's Thai grocery stores instead, along bustling Woodside Avenue in Queens. Kopel suspects I won't find them there. I don't. In countries where people eat many different kinds of bananas, like Thailand, he says no one hankers for the Big Mike. Thailand, I guess, has 40 or 50 fairly common backyard banana varieties, he says. Many are simply more delicious. Wow. Like the diminutive ladyfinger. Wow. It's called the Ni Mu Puing banana, or candy sweet red varieties with a peel the color of lungs. Dude, like I'm think I'm kind of going banana crazy right now. I kind of want to try all these bananas, man. I think I'm going bananas for bananas all over again. If banana giants like Dole, and Del Monte were to offer a greater selection of bananas to consumers, Copel says that they'd have to change the way that they think about the fruit. At the moment, it's an industrial product, and it's all about scale and markets, meaning like, what's the thing that we can ship the easiest, that we can mass produce the fastest, right? More delicious bananas are also more expensive to ship, requiring a cognitive shift in how consumers think about them. In short, we'd have to start thinking of bananas as a fruit worth spending more than a few cents on. And at the moment, only the Cavendish can promise that. So the moment we have to start paying more, but there's like, man, there's people like in Japan, they eat like $100 fruits, man. They eat like square watermelons and like grapefruits and pears that are like $120 and whatnot. But how much longer the single Cavendish will remain in our stores remains to be seen. For some time, it has teetered on the precipice of disaster after a new incantation of Panama disease began to wipe out crops in Asia in the late 1980s. In the years since, the fungus has destroyed African crops, Filipino plantations. We talked all about this. Bananas in China, Pakistan, Indonesia. This month alone, it struck a third commercial banana farm in Queensland, Australia. Cavendish bananas don't have the seeds inside. They're clones of one another, no matter the provenance. Like the Big Mike before them, their monoculture makes them vulnerable to attack. Anything that will wipe out one plant will kill them all. The Cavendish days are numbered unless they can be modified to fight off the plant cancer that has already felled so many. So at the end of the day, you're going to have genetically engineered bananas, which I think, listen, we genetically engineer a lot of stuff. Some people are, are weary of it, and other people don't mind it. I mean, if you look at like crossbreeding is essentially genetic manipulation. We've been doing that for hundreds of years. Corn, watermelon, tomatoes, carrots, all of these things were genetically modified way before we got into the lab to do so. It was just done by selective crossbreeding, man. There are a few options on the table. I mean, look at dogs. Dogs have been genetically engineered via crossbreeding in cruel and sadistic ways at that. There are a few options on the table. In Australia, scientists are attempting to switch on genes that make the Cavendish able to resist this particular blight. In Japan, they have engineered a new form of the Big Mike with lettuce-like skin that fruit fans can simply bite into. Interesting. If this one were to become the norm, shipping practices would have to change dramatically, like likely driving up prices. But these and other biotech options, again, prioritize the monoculture that leads us to this problem in the first place. Banana barons seem to have learned little from the demise of the Big Mike and are now finding themselves bitten by precisely the same bug. No one knows exactly when the Cavendish will come crashing down. So that's why you have these articles from years ago talking about the impending end of the banana. It hasn't happened because nobody knows when it's going to happen, but it will. Copel is reluctant to make any predictions, but it seems like it's an inevitability is what they're saying. But mind you, there are 1,000 varieties. They're just going to take another one. They're going to refine it in a way, and they're going to do it. Yeah, Aaron's saying, I think my papa mentioned bananas with seeds when I was little. He grew up in Mexico in the 1920s. So it's like, yeah, exactly, man. Like, bananas used to have seeds, and they weren't very, palatable to human palates. So they bred them to not have them. And that's why you end up with monoculture in the first place, because you have to clone them. You have to clone them from clippings. Tropical, okay. Having given up on finding the Big Mike in the wild, I've ordered it from the Miami Fruit Company in South Florida, a tropical fruit grower with so many different types of bananas. They'll ship you an entire sampler of different varieties. See, I want to try the blue Java bananas. The blue Java bananas supposedly taste like vanilla ice cream. That's what I want to have. And they bruise really easily and they ripen really quickly. They do not ship well, but that's what I want. Exactly, Dan. It's Bananarama. The blue Java bananas, man. That's what it's all about. I spend the next week waiting for them to ripen so I can hand them out to Atlas Obscura staff members and their banana-loving family members. It's not a taste revelation. Coppola has warned me on the phone. Visually, there's no obvious difference. The inside of the skin is a little silkier. The stem, to my mind, slightly more delicate. Across the room, I definitely would mistake it for a Cavendish. Biting into the banana of yesteryear, I expected a more intensely tropical flavor and the vivid sweetness of artificial isomal acetate banana flavor, which I guess is that wonderful, delicious artificial banana flavor that I love so much. I love that. Like Laffy Taffy, like the banana Laffy Taffy, that flavor is like the bee's knees for me. Instead, the fruit is tangy and complex. Everyone who eats one over the following week agrees. This is a superior banana. Oh, I love this description. It has a creamier texture and a more delicious flavor. I could eat 3 in one go easily, but these bananas have not come cheap. Each costs about $2 a pop. Only $2. I mean, come on. You pay $5 for a single Starbucks cup. You're not going to pay $2 for a rare banana that you haven't been able to eat since the 50s, which would get me. I mean, the reality is that the Big Mike, it's not extinct. It's just not mass produced because they all massively died out. Like they're still they survived the mass extinction, but they're just not around, right? And in any case, he says each costs about $2 a pop, which would get me at least half a dozen at my local bodega. Whatever, man. You finally got to try a rare banana. What are you complaining about? One thing is for certain, the model of banana growing is likely to change. Small plantations like this one, where lots of different varieties are grown side by side, is one possibility, though that one would put an end to Big Banana, and maybe Big Banana needs to go bye-bye. Oh, that could be a children's story. Big Banana needs to go bye-bye. Say that. Rubber baby buggy bumpers. Big Banana needs to go bye-bye. 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 Big Banana needs to go. Oh, I can't keep rhythm. If I could, I would do it. I do a whole thing. I can keep rhythm. I just can't do it to that. Big Banana I can't do it. I can't do it at the same time. Forget it, guys. Big Banana needs to go bye-bye. Moving on from monoculture to multiculture is a more environmentally sound outcome. I mean, that's the way it should be in general. We talked all about monoculturalism via grass, Kentucky bluegrass, and how grass is secretly fascist, man. So it's like maybe bananas are fascist too, man. Everything's friggin' fascist, man. It's all fascist, man. It's fascist. But moving from monoculture to multiculture is a more environmentally sound outcome, but one that may push bananas into a higher cost bracket. You said this is very redundant. It's been said like 8 times. Whether consumers believe that that to be a reasonable price banana is hard to say. If that is the eventual outcome of the Cavendish being scuppered. Wow, never heard that word before. Scuppered. Look up scuppered. Scuppered means sunk deliberately. Great word. Submerge. Scupper. I love that word. Love that word. Dan says, I get my bananas from a local gas station, Quick Trip. Here in Minnesota, you can get a hand. You can score a hand for like $130 for $1.30. When he says a hand, I guess he means 5 bananas, which will kind of like a catcher's mitt, right? Right, Dan? Whether consumers believe that to be a reasonable price is hard to say. If that is the eventual outcome of the Cavendish being scuppered, however, the specialty grown Big Mike on my desk may not be a vestige of the past, but the bananas of the future. I'm all about it, man. I'm all about it. Bring back the Big Mike. Bring back the Big Mike. So share this. Okay. I don't think we need to read the rest of this. We don't need to read the rest of this, basically. So here is one thing we will read. Other scientists also see hope for the Cavendish via genetic editing, where we talked about this briefly, whether that's by activating existing genes, and that's what they're doing in Japan, or by deactivating genes that misbehave in the presence of T4. Would you eat a genetically modified banana? Hell yeah. Many wouldn't. But we talked about that. I said why I would eat a genetically modified. We've been genetically modifying things forever. And it's therefore unlikely that genetically modified Cavendish bananas will reach worldwide market in time, especially considering that the extended testing for safety that various governments require. So that's the end, right? That's the end of it. Like the Cavendish will go bye-bye. Your children or grandchildren may not live to see or may not ever get to experience the Cavendish. How about that? Well, I already have kids, but my grandchildren, God willing, knock on wood, I should have some, may not know them. Some observers are already looking into beyond Cavendish, blah, 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 blah. Two such bananas are Peru's popular Isla banana and the blue Java, a banana that tastes like vanilla ice cream. Baby, all I want in life is a blue Java banana. Oh, do I want a blue Java bananas? Look at this. Check this baby out. You should be planting blue Java bananas because they taste like ice cream. Look at those things. Look at that blue color, man. That's what I want in my life. Everything about the blue Java banana seems like a hoax. Can a fruit be this blue? Does it really taste like ice cream? Was it really invented by Sirs Ben and Jerry on a night where they were feeling like they had already conquered the world of pints and wanted to move on to more fantastical creations? Okay, the last part is a complete lie, but the first two are true. Blue Java bananas are known as ice cream bananas because they have a creamy texture and a flavor that's oddly reminiscent of vanilla custard or soft serve, according to the pros at fastgrowingtrees.com. They start out bluish or blue-green before they ripen and seem made for pureeing and freezing into the one ingredient ice cream, aka frozen banana puree, that seems to go viral every summer. The bananas themselves are fluffier and creamier than your typical banana. I literally, look, this is going to sound very graphic right now. I have never had a hard-on for banana like this. I am so there for the blue Java banana. Like, give it to me, baby. Like, I'm done with Cavendish, man. I'm all about this. The bananas themselves, I just read that. And you can find them growing in Hawaii. Oh, so if I ever go to Hawaii, that's like my number one thing to do. Southeast Asia and parts of Central America. Though they're usually found in tropical climates, they're pretty cold tolerant as long as they get a decent amount of sunlight. So if you're aching to try them, why not just plant a tree yourself? Blue Java banana trees are sold at fastgrowingtrees.com. Okay, I'm going there right now, as well as on Amazon. Depending on what kind of commitment you're ready for and your budget, you can either buy seeds or a live plant. I would opt to buy the live plant. Throw in some fertilizer specially made for banana trees and a cabana daybed, and you're well on your way to turning your backyard into oasis. Bring on the staycation vibes. Would you plant a banana tree in your home? Fuck yes, I would. And let's see what the other kind is. This just says ice cream banana tree. Oh, no, that's right. Whoops. Let's go to Peru's. Hold on. Peru's best kept banana secret. Isla is one of the most sought after bananas in Peru, yet little is known about it. I'm just going to scan this because we'll be here forever and the show is over, basically. I just want to see what it tastes like. Oh, look at those little guys. Let's see if does it say anything about the taste. No. Here, I'm gonna Apple F taste. Let's see what we can find. Oh, here we go. The health benefits are linked to the pink-orange color of their pulp, which indicates high levels of provitamin A carotenoids. Its taste has been described as a rich and lingering semi-sweetness peaked with a lemony tang. I mean, it sounds good, but it doesn't sound like the divine heaven of the blue Java banana, if I'm being honest. And that's where I don't know, man. Let's see how much does it cost for so for $60 you can get a banana tree, a fast growing, cold tolerant variety. I mean, man, I got to tell you, I think I might do it. Like, why the fuck not, man? I want a banana tree. Look at this thing. Look at this situation over here. Let's take a look. I mean, who doesn't want that? It can be grown indoors when placed near a bright light source. Oh, is that thing pretty? Oh, I'm all about it, man. $60, that's a pretty big investment, but boy, to have some blue Java ice cream bananas. Oh my God. Would that just, I would love that. Cousin Jody Ramone says, I love banana pudding. Fangs, everyone. Come, Mr. Tallyman, tally me banana. Daylight come and me wanna go home. That's right. Me said, day. Who's going to see the new Beetlejuice movie? I'm excited for that. That's what I thought of in this. So, overall, what is your opinion on bananas? Is this a banana crisis? Is this something we should be all stressed about? Do you enjoy bananas? How many bananas can you eat in a day? Answer below in the comments. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I'm out. This is it. Join me on Tuesday for Anti-Show 2. We're doing a second Anti-Show, the return of the Anti-Show, because the first one was, we had so much participation and I had such a good time that I'm going to try it again. Let's see if we can keep it going. Let's see if was that a fluke or did people dig it? If people dig it, we're going to do it. So we'll see. Jody says peace and hair grease. I say peace, hair grease, peace and banana grease. How about that? How about that? That's what I say. All right. We'll see you next time here at the